This is going to be a hard discussion to have, man. Not because it's hard to talk about it, but because of the recent events with what was Miss Haru, who passed away a week ago. And then now we're in a position where you can't even criticize no one when it has nothing to do with the actual personality without the internet exploding over it with the Alexa Bliss situation. But Brandi need a little bit tough love right now, man, after that bullshit. But there's also so much else to talk about. So who wants to go first? Because I know you've been itching to get this off your chest more than anybody, Laurel. You want to talk about a lot.
I've been itching to get this off my chest, man. And people still want me to talk about it tomorrow, so I'll probably have another shoot on my personal YouTube channel tomorrow with a couple other people. But I have to say this, man. This whole situation is going crazy, man. We just it's been a crazy week. First, we had the whole Amy Cooper situation with in the park in New York with, that got her arrested. She was calling her, snitching on the brother for, with the whole dog situation. But it really got crazy with this George Floyd situation. I mean, the shit, excuse my language, but the shit hit the fan with this situation with the cop basically killing the dude for no reason. You overexerting his police authority and stuff, like overstepping his police authority, and just everybody saw the video. And the thing that really gets me upset is the fact that everybody was united when they saw that everybody was pissed. I saw people on the left pissed. I saw people on the right pissed. Everybody was in agreement. Then the protest started happening. Then the riots started happening. And then just divided the whole country up again. And now people are like, oh, they shouldn't be rioting. They shouldn't be rioting. Riots are wrong. Violence shouldn't recruit more violence. And then some people are like, we understand why they're rioting. Didn't the founders riot and stuff like this? It's just, oh my God. This country has become a powder keg with everything that has happened, man. But we also got to talk about these celebrities and like they're, people begging them to say something. And this is what brings us to this Brandi Rhodes situation. Go ahead, Prince. Tell them what happened with Brandi Rhodes.
You try to get me hit up for cyberbullying for some of the shit I'm about to say about this thing. Because I can't sit up and say it's not an attack on her personal character, because it kind of is, if I really keep it 100 on everything. But it's not something unique to her. It's something that each and every one of us has gone through at some point of our lives. It's just we were built differently. And it doesn't mean, she was wrong to have been built that way. But her responding in the way she did, the making it all woe is me and everything, that was weak, man. That was weak. She could have called a homie and talked to a homie about that. She could have called Amber Moon. Name 5 Black people in that industry who are not in an interracial relationship. Name 5, if you can get that many. Name 5 that are not.
That is not in an interracial.
That are not in an interracial relationship.
It doesn't matter if it's black man or black woman, right?
It don't matter, black men or black women. Name 5.
Really?
Booker
really?
T.
Only as far as black people, the only one I can think of that's not in an interracial is Bianca Belair.
Her and Booker T. Those are only 2 off the top of the head I can think of.
Oh, for me, Booker T, Bianca Belair, Booker T, Bianca Belair.
I mean, we could count their spouses too, so that make 4. But you see how hard it is, like given the number.
Yeah, because there's not that many black people to begin with,
right?
In professional wrestling, and then also, and for those that may look at it as like Uncle Top, but chances are, if you want a relationship, you're probably going to end up with somebody that's another race than you. Like, for example, Keith Lee. Even though Mia Yim does consider herself a black woman, she's part Korean.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Keith Lee and them, they're interracial. Naomi, even though some might look at Jimmy Uso as black, she's technically interracial.
I mean, we got to keep it 100 because we know what the BNAs, the Broke Niggas Anonymous, and the Hoteps do. So they make Samoans black only when it's convenient. When we need to claim an accolade, they suddenly become black. But when it's time to shut someone out, oh, they don't count. So that's what the BNA's dumbasses do. Let's keep it 100.
Make it seem like they only count them as black when it's necessary.
When they want to claim some shit, yeah. That's all it is.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much.
This is not saying that what she said in that message was not a reality for many people, but oh my God. I'm trying not to get this label, you cyberbully, because it's like they make it where you can't say nothing, even though a lot of folks really go through that shit. And maybe they need to hear it. She definitely need to hear that shit.
Yeah, but Prince, we have to be honest with this thing, man. I mean, I get where Brandi Rhodes was coming from, but at the same time, now is not the time to be on your woe is me, you know. You know, people won't understand people won't like it if I speak out because I've been ridiculed because I date a white dude, you know. And when I speak out, people hate on me. It's like, you made it sound like you came off as selfish, man. I think that's the problem with it. She came off as, you know, selfish.
That's not the problem with it. The problem with it is you let someone who you never spent a fucking second with tell you you're not black and you fucking believe them. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah. First of all, I would tell her, look, it ain't about you. It's about the situation out there. But as for that person that told you ain't black enough, tell them to go
have a tall glass of shut
your
the fuck up.
No,
they need to do.
It's your brown sugar behind and lick the crap that comes out of it while they're at it. Because honestly, anybody, especially anybody black that says you can't speak on black issues because you're married to somebody white or somebody of another race, get the hell out of here. Because if you get pulled over right now, even with that mixed race, especially if they white, and don't let it be a nice looking white woman too, on top of it, guess what? They gonna see the N-word, depending on what part of the country you live.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna see N-word.
And Laurel,
as far as not being able
you pointed out something
like
really
like
good
being in a racial relationship is some kind of bulletproof vest. It ain't no bulletproof vest. If anything, it makes you more of a target. And and I'm speaking as on the end of a black man, don't let the white woman or whoever with be fine. Ooh, they really gonna try to get at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now go ahead. What you gonna say, Prince?
I said you pointed out something very interesting about the fact that she said because she's married to a white man, she feels like she can't say anything. But you pointed out something interesting about the George Floyd case.
The dude was dating a white woman who got killed by the police.
Exactly. It don't make you any less black who the fuck you dating. So whoever said that shit to her can have a tall glass of the fuck up.
And I showed you the video. You put the video in the chat, Prince. Mm-hmm. You put the video in the chat with his wife who was talking about him getting killed, and she was talking about the protesters and all that. So yeah, just because you're in an interracial relationship does not make you bulletproof from potentially having something bad happen to you through police brutality. It does not protect you.
That's the same with any relationship, man. So it's just, I don't know. I thought it was weak to go crying on social media when you've got, I don't know what her relationship was, everybody in that locker room, but like I said, you got a whole bunch of people going through the same thing every day that you could have reached out to and spoken to about that rather than have a pity party on social media about it for the whole world to see. See, if you would have kept that indoors, we wouldn't even have to speak about the shit. We wouldn't even know about the shit. But to go on there,
this is one of those things like
black people, they mean to me. They mean to me. Like,
this is what Brandi Rhodes should have done. If she was really feeling that way, Prince, she should have just simply got on a Zoom call like we're on right now. Mm-hmm. Called Sasha Banks if she was cool with her, called Ember Moon, called Naomi, called some fellow black women who who probably relate to her,
Mm-hmm.
and just vented all that stuff out. And I'm sure, you know, they would have understand where she was coming from. They would have probably told her, hey.
Is anyone going to walk up to Naomi and tell her she not black enough because she didn't marry an actual black man?
Nope.
Right.
Nope. She probably slapped the shit out their ass for that stupid shit.
Nope.
No. Is anybody, and I'm not going to say her name, but there's a person that was in my graduating class.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very pro-black. I mean, light-skinned, very, very pretty. She's married to a Hispanic man. Has 2 boys by her.
Mm-hmm.
By her. If she's anything like I remember, nobody. Let some goofy dude walk up to her talk about, oh, you can't speak on black issues because you're not married to a black. She be done kicked him in the nuts and smacked the crap out of him.
Oh man, yeah. That's what I said.
It makes me wonder what kind of world do you live in where some random troll on the internet can say something that dumb to you and you believe it enough to make a post crying about it.
Yeah. What was going on in your head mentally? Something, you know.
Right. It's not necessary that the troll said it to you, because people can say anything to you any day. You can't control that shit. You have no control over what someone says to you.
Yeah, when you're a public figure like that, people will come at you with some dumb ass crap. We've seen it. Right.
So I don't know, man. Maybe it's, you know, so much built up over time, but it was just weak, man. It was just weak as hell to do that, man.
It was.
Yeah, and let me say this on a side note. I actually said this before you came into the chat, Laurel. If you are in a relationship with some kind of person that is not black, but y'all kind of want to take it to the next level and actually be together, but you deep down don't accept everything that comes with this person. And I was talking to the white side too. I'm talking to the other side too when I say this. I'm talking to my own brothers and sisters when I say this. If you can't accept that white woman, that Asian woman, that Hispanic woman, that Indian, whatever she is, likewise, I would say to the sisters, if you can't accept that white man or that Hispanic man or that island man or whatever race he is, you can't accept the whole thing, both the positives and the negatives. The best thing for you to do is don't even be involved. Stay in your community. Stay with your own. If you that insecure about it, I mean, just be friends with them. Hey, if y'all got that Jones, be friends with benefits, but don't take it no further than that. If you
you gotta do
all that issue, because you are gonna have issues if you get into an interracial relationship. And that's one thing I would say to Miss Brandi Rhodes. If you feel that insecure that you can't speak out on it just because you're married to Cody Rhodes, the son of the American dream, Dusty Rhodes, you're married to him and he's a white man, and you feel that insecure, you can't speak out on this big issue because he's white, maybe you should not have married him. Now, I'm not saying I got nothing against interracial relationships. Hey, I've been in a couple, but you got to be able to accept that all the way whole, but still remember, at the end of the day, in the United States of America, you are still a black person. And because of the climate of it, you have the right to speak on an issue that affects you personally, whether they like it or not. Because at the end of the day, you are a black person in America. What relationship you are in does not matter. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with another black person or with another different race person. The hell with that. If you want to speak up on it, if you want to speak up on it, speak up on it. Don't worry about whether you feel you have the right to speak up on it. No one can tell you whether or not you have the right. You do have the right. No one has, especially if you're grown, nobody has to give you permission. You're not a 12-year-old kid. Come on. Sorry, I went to a mini promo. Sorry about that. But
I want to highlight one thing too, though.
You spoke truth though, man.
Well, there's another truth to that, and that is you also have the right to not say shit if you're not comfortable saying anything.
That's true.
Exactly.
That right too.
That's true.
And see, this is something this is also something that I think needs to be addressed. If you don't feel comfortable saying shit about when something shit like this happens, don't worry about potential backlash, because people get worried. Oh, if they don't say anything, they probably are on the other. They probably agree with what happened. No, they probably don't. But some people just don't feel comfortable speaking out on certain things like this because it's not their thing. Like I think Tyrone Magnus put a stream up recently where he said why he doesn't speak up on racial issues. I didn't watch it, but I think he put a stream up recently where he talked about like why he doesn't speak up on racial issues. Now, some people just don't feel comfortable doing it. You know, it's not their thing to speak up on racial issues. Doesn't make them a bad person. Doesn't make them doesn't make them a coon. Doesn't make them a handkerchief head or a sellout. It just they don't feel comfortable.
Right.
Some people, it's just not their lane.
Right. Everybody move different.
They are black.
Everybody move different, man.
Yep.
And I would much rather walk.
I stay away from it nowadays, but when it's, I don't know. Sometimes it just what they say in the church, the spirit moves you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the spirit does move me to say something. It's not a regular thing with me, usually.
Right.
Like the whole thing with Dave Chappelle is that I'm not trying to get away from that subject. The whole thing with Dave Chappelle and Azealia Banks. You know, I don't talk much about stuff like that no more. But I felt I had to say something because what was so funny about that, and this kind of ties into this, she went in on Dave Chappelle. She praised him for his love-making skills, but she went in on him because the fact, oh, none of the black men speak up for me. None of the black men support me. David Chappelle wouldn't support me. Well, here's the problem, lady. How many times have you put down black men over the years and raised up the white? I mean, if you like vanilla, that's your business. If you like vanilla, there is no law that says because you're black, you have to be with a black person. There's no law that says that. But while you're doing that, don't ever put down your own.
Exactly.
Like if I want to be like, I'm just gonna take random example. Random example. If I want to, and her husband probably would beat the hell out of me. But if I want to take and bang Sofia Vergara, heck yeah. But you're not gonna hear me put down the black woman and be like, ooh, that Hispanic wushu was so much better than any black woman. You're not gonna ever hear that come out of my mouth. No, I'm gonna enjoy Miss Vergara for what she is, and keep it moving. You ain't gonna hear me put down my people. But Azealia Banks, they did on several occasions, but yet expect the black people, particularly black men, to take up for her, even though she has trashed them on several occasions. Which, by the way, side note, we'll get back to this. I don't believe her, but if her and Dave Chappelle did get it on. Yeah, it's kind of an L on Chappelle, but it's a bigger L on her. Because I'm like, you, honey, why are you bragging about sleeping with a married man? You knew he was married. He didn't make it a secret. So, honestly, that's a bigger L on you. And if you really had a problem with Dave Chappelle, you should have took it behind closed doors. And I kind of went on another ramble. Sorry about that. But going back to Brandi Rhodes and the situation out in Minnesota. Yeah, she made it all about woe is me. And this is coming from somebody that loves me some choppy. Love looking at some Brandi Rhodes. A person that has said on several occasions, if she came at me, depending on the situation, I'm like, man, Cody. Dog. Sorry, man. I'll pull out for you. That's all I'll promise. But anyway, I gotta do what I gotta do. And I love me looking at some Brandi Rhodes, but what she came out of her mouth, I'd have been like, I probably would have turned from her lover to a daddy or something quick. Because I'd have been like, what the hell are you talking about, woman?
Yeah, I mean, to Brandi's credit, Brandi has never pull the, you know, I'm gonna put down black men. She's never actually done. This isn't, you know, Cameron from the Funkadactyls.
That's true.
Brandi never did that, so she's never did anything that's in violation, you know, to her credit.
Yeah.
So I probably would hold back.
It seems like
more than I would, let's say, a Cameron or an Azealia Banks.
It seems like more to me. It seems like it's an insecurity on her end about, you know, maybe she has done with hate in the past before, but it comes off as insecure, man. It really comes off as insecure.
What black person hasn't dealt with that though, man? What black person hasn't listened to a pop song and got clowned for it? Hasn't walked a certain
I was about to mention you by name, man. You in this group. You're married to and got a son with a Japanese woman. But yet I see you when black issues happen that affect black people, you speak out about it. You post on Twitter. I was about to mention that, man.
Not all the time. I post about it when it intrigues me enough and when I feel like it's not Groundhog Day. And that's why a lot of people don't speak on it, because we've seen this shit before. We've seen the riots, we've seen the marching, and it just goes back to the way it was anyway. So that's why a lot of people are just like, you know, people are just tired of it, you know. And they've seen it play out so many times before. So
I'm just like, I was told you yesterday, I'm just like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
I just want people to direct this anger at the right people, direct it at these freaking politicians.
You know what? If you're not picking up a sign, marching on buildings and doing all that shit, you shouldn't be on social media telling people what to do. If all you're doing is sitting at home tweeting, you shouldn't be tweeting nobody about what they should be doing or should not be doing. Period.
Now, I don't know wrong people. If people want to protest and do that, I understand people are bored because coronavirus.
Or even donations. If you haven't donated a single dollar to that family, who the fuck are you to tell someone to do something?
See, donations is something you can do if you don't feel like getting out there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be in that state to, you know, contribute to what's going on, but you have people who haven't done shit. All they do is sit online and tweet, trying to tell people what to do. And it's like, well, what have you done, bro?
I've signed
Put up a hashtag.
I've signed petitions. I've signed petitions. Want to see the family get support. That's what you should be trying to do, help out the family.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like the troll who came after Brandi, it's like, what has that person actually done? You put up a hashtag, but what does a hashtag do? We've seen what hashtags do in the past. They don't do shit. Maybe you bought a t-shirt, but what did the t-shirt do? Didn't do shit. So it's just kind of sort of like, before you criticize, first of all, if you're doing what the hell you think someone else should be doing, you would have time to be going to the other person to fucking begin with, to be honest. If you were out in the street with a sign, man, you know, fight the power, all that shit, you wouldn't be on social media in the first place.
No.
If you gave money, you wouldn't be going after people who you've never met a day in your life. Put this link up. You need to speak more. You wouldn't have time to even type all that shit if you was actually.
And by the way, telling people put this link up. You know, really, I don't know how many people have tweeted all of these celebrities, tell them oh, you need to speak out about this. You know, not just white celebrities, but black celebrities too. You know, oh, you need to speak out. You know, put the link up. You
don't have to do shit if you're not comfortable.
Yep.
It's just that simple. It don't make you any less black. You still black, regardless of what you do. Yep. Ask Stacey Dash. Don't matter what the hell you do. That's Kanye. No matter what the hell you do. Even Sammy Sosa damn near bleached himself. Michael Jackson turned himself as white as he can be, but he was still black.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is dumb to say.
So, at least he do it though.
Michael Jackson, he never got.
Hey, you don't even have to go to Michael. Hey,
but Michael's a good example because Michael, they clowned the fuck out of him too. They kept telling him he wasn't black, he was white. They didn't start claiming he was black till he died. That's the only time everybody flipped and all of a sudden wanted to claim he was black again.
Even though he never said anything negative about black people.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I mean,
go the one that's still here, Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Look how they all turned on her. They didn't start claiming her until she went down over that Justin Timberlake mess at the Super Bowl. Because prior to that, they were saying she wasn't black enough. Oh, she only messed with Hispanic and white dudes. Even though in the past she has messed with black dudes. And on top of that, on top of that, they never mentioned that every band that she's ever been with has been someone of color, whether they were black or not.
Yeah. Or we act like LeBron James don't get these same comments aimed at him. And he's married to a black woman. They say, oh, he's a high paid, you know what, blah, 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 blah. He gets
but LeBron, here's the thing about LeBron. LeBron actually has spoken out.
That's the point, though, bro. Here's a guy who's spoken out, built a fucking school for kids, did all this shit, and they still come out.
Yeah, but we know how vocal LeBron is. So, like, he's one of the most vocal athletes currently, man.
Yeah.
And he still gets hate.
Yeah, they still tell him he ain't black enough. And he from the hood. Came from the hood and did all this shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It takes more than some random troll online saying you can't do something for you to internalize that. And then to go on there, and this is the part of the post that she made that had me shaking my head. Black people always been mean to me. Always been mean to me. I said, you just gave these fools all the ammunition they needed. Now they gonna clown you for your marriage because they gonna get on some whole tab.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever really had to deal with it. Tell you the truth, I don't think she's ever really had to deal with it.
Call Amber Moon on the phone and talk to her about it then, man. Like you wasn't dealing with this shit when y'all was just dating. Like there was this invisible force field protecting you from this shit while y'all was just hanging out. Come on, man.
That's why I say
that every day.
It just comes off as like insecurity, man. I don't know what
girl is she. You know, before I laugh, because you know what? Yeah, she's younger than. Hold on, how old is she to be doing that? Let me look that up, because that plays a role too. She older than I am.
How old is she?
36.
What?
Oh, she's not that far from. She's 40. Not that far from my age.
She's not that far. She's only 4 years away from 40, and she's feeling like this.
Yeah, I would be like, Brandi, you need to call. You need to get Sasha Banks,
but Moon on the phone,
or Naomi, or B.A.M. on the phone. Hey, call Sue Richards on the phone. I mean, she nearly felt the power of Wakanda. Now, I know she's fictional, but I had to throw that in there as a joke. But seriously, yeah, there's plenty of people she could call.
I thought I was gonna look her up and see like she was like mid-20s or some shit, but damn.
She looks it though.
Yeah.
She looks way younger than her actual age, man.
Damn, she older than my ass. Way older than my ass. Damn.
Yeah, I thought she was way younger than that.
I thought she was at least early 30s, but damn, she closer to 40. Whoa! She looks like
thing, and I can speak to this because it's something I've been through, it's something Unc been through, it's something Rel been through. When you go out with your girl, the dirty looks and people constantly staring at you, you get that. It's what comes with it. This didn't just fall out the sky because of some shit happened in Minnesota. You've been dealing with that.
And it goes on in all relationships, quite honestly. Yeah.
So it's just
it goes on all relationships, even same race relationships. And you don't think there ain't no white man who's just decent or average looking with a hot white woman out there. You don't think they don't get no looks?
Remember they was clowning Prince Harry, the English prince for marrying Meghan. They was clowning his ass.
Yep, I remember that.
Hold on, let me read the post right quick that the person sent to her, this troll. So this person wrote, nobody in the black community was excluding you because of your hazel light brown eyes and heat damaged hair. You're a brown-skinned ass Negro playing the false light-skinned narrative because you want to be white. You're an embarrassment to black woman is what they wrote to her.
See, this is like she gave.
But I don't recall Brandi Rhodes ever bleaching her skin and stuff. Heck, she's darker than Beyonce.
Yeah, talking about I never had the idea of Brandi Rhodes like she wants to be white. I never got that vibe from her, you know?
Me neither.
but she wants to be white. You know.
I
He
get that
never
more from Alicia
violated, man.
Fox
So
than I
that's why
did
I'm just
Brandi
like,
Rhodes.
Yeah, Lisa Fox had more of that vibe than Brandi.
yeah, but even Alicia Fox ain't never violated. That's the thing. The only one who we know who's violated is Cameron. That's the only one who's ever violated, to be honest.
Yeah, because if you want to date a white man, date a white man. But don't put down your.
Who cares? Yeah.
You don't have to. Yeah, you ain't got to put down your own just to justify you dating another race of man. You ain't got to do that.
Right.
But a lot of cats feel like they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just I don't know, man. I felt that post was weak. I feel like that doesn't say a lot about the person who sent that to her.
Or here's another one she could call. She could call Brie Bella. Because technically she's part Spanish, part Italian.
Yeah, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
no.
It doesn't stand out quite as much.
It's not quite the same.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm not saying she can't. I'm not saying the Bella twins can't relate, but it's not the same as like if she were to call like a Sasha or like a Mia
because
Yim,
they're not going to face the same discrimination.
Right.
The Bella
or maybe
twins
even as Zelina Vega would be a better pick to call. But then again, Alistair Black
Zelina Vega because Zelina Vega, you know, before she got married to Alistair Black, she used to date. I know she used to date black men.
Or just being Puerto Rican in a relationship with, you know, I forgot where he from, Amsterdam or some shit. He from Europe somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But that's more of a bigger contrast.
But who the hell from the Hispanic community, unless they some hardcore Boricua type dude, or what's one of them Hispanic gangs?
MS-13.
Unless he one of them MS-13 dudes, who the heck gonna walk up to Selena Vega like, you a traitor, you date this white man and such. Alistair Black and Selena Vega beat the hell out of him.
Man. Yeah. I'm not gonna blame Cody for that shit. Cause you know it's gonna be some Hotep. It's Cody's fault. Cody got a brainwashed and all this shit. Cody got just a brainwashed. He got a brainwashed.
And all I would say that Hotep is like, sit down. Don't be bad.
Don't be bad. Cody Rhodes for that.
You know they dumbasses gonna say that stupid shit.
Be vulgar here. I would say to the Hotep, Mr. Hotep, don't hit on Cody Rhodes because he's pulled more black pussy than you. No, seriously. Before Brandi Rhodes, he was humping Layla.
Yeah, that boy got game. That motherfucker got game for real.
Anything, you should be trying to talk to him and see what he doing that you ain't doing.
I said, take some lessons. That motherfucker got game for real.
He does, man. He got some game for real, man.
Right.
Why don't you call JoJo?
That's that's the most spot on one so far is JoJo. That's a very spot on one. You know.
Yeah, and if the Hotep say something about that, I'm like, look, Bray Wyatt pulled one of the baddest black women walking the face of the planet. Maybe you should be talking to him and trying to get some tips.
That's because they got the black woman brainwashed. It's all this propaganda, brother. It's all this propaganda, brother. It's the Hollywood, brother.
You sounded like a black Hulk Hogan right now, okay?
He does. He sounds like a black Hulk Hogan. It's all about the propaganda. Yeah, brother. They got the brainwash, brother.
That's what the motherfuckers gonna say, though, man.
Man.
I don't know. You know what? That's what Brain Love needs to learn to do. Do what we do. Laugh at the Hoteps. Laugh at their goofy asses. Laugh at them.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Them ain't got no job. Laugh at them. How they gonna clown you for having a job? Laugh at them.
She can't let these BNAs get to her, man. But she did, and she just came off as woe is me, and and she completely lost subject of what was going on, man. If she wanted to speak out about what happened to George Floyd, then just say something. Don't give a fuck about what some fake Hotep's gonna say online, because they Hoteps, man. So if she really wanted to speak out, just speak out, speak your speech as speak your speech, to quote Dr. Umar, speak your speech. And just don't worry about it. If you get backlash, you get backlash, because because at the end of the day, if trolls want to come at you, you gotta know how to combat them trolls. Man.
It's just,
but
or
I don't know,
or if you or Brandi, here's another one, but it's a man, but here's another one. If you've got any connections in Hollywood, give Mike Coulter a call. In the case for those that see this, Mike Coulter is the guy that played Luke Cage on Netflix's show. He's married to a white woman in real life and has been for about a little over 20 years.
But not knocking it back though, because okay, I mean we talked, Brandi Love. She probably mad at us right now.
You mean Brandi Rhodes?
But it's just one of them things where it's just like we all deal with it. We all do. But it's important to have that homie that you can pick up the phone and call when it does start to get too much. Don't put that shit out on the internet and basically give them more ammunition to target you with, which is what she did with that post.
Yeah,
not saying she was wrong to feel that way.
By the way, to Cats, he meant Brandi Rhodes. He made a Freudian slip of the tongue and said Brandi Love. No, Brandi Love is a totally different subject.
My bad.
That's a completely different subject.
My bad on that. But yeah, man, like
now if we ever want to talk interracial porn, then we might talk Brandi Love.
Oh yeah, because she's done her
it means nothing that I mentioned that name though. It means nothing.
Sure, Prince, it doesn't. Sure, Prince, it doesn't.
But though, man, they just came off as self-centered and also insecure.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with her feeling that way. How she feel is how she feel at the end of the day. She just handled it the wrong way altogether by putting it out there for public consumption the way she did. Like I said, call a homie next time, man. Call a homie for real.
Yeah, call somebody who you trust, who you can talk to, if you really feeling that way, man. You're just giving these hoteps and pro-blacks.
And you basically told them they have power over you, basically.
Yeah, you gave these trolls power over you, basically. You really truly did.
Hold on, let me end it right there because there's only